Hi Taurus, how are you? So this is going to be a February reading, February 2020. I'm going to start, and before I pull any cards, I'm going to start with telling you a little bit about the Mercury retrograde that will happen in the month of February. So officially the retrograde will start February 16th and it will go till March 9th. And it'll be in the sign of Pisces. Also during that period, for a portion of it, and the moon is going to square the Mercury retrograde, which really intensifies the retrograde effect of it. So what that really would do for everybody is that we'll really put in the spotlight how we feel versus how we think, what we want to do versus how we want to do and how we want to feel about it, or how certain actions and words and movements or decisions make us feel versus, so pretty much doing what feels right versus what is right. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. So yeah, and I think because it's going to retrograde in the sign of Pisces, it's going to really make us more sensitive, more emotional, very moody too. And especially that for Taurus rising, this is happening in the 11th house. And 11th house is the house of community, groups, activism. Also, it's the house of dreams and hopes and wishes and anything that we want to achieve, right? So having this retrograde there for you guys, especially for Taurus rising, implies that you will really take a step back and will almost like be forced to reassess certain things, where you want to go, how you want to go about things, and who you want on your side, and who do you want to go and take the step to achieve those things with. Like, who do you want to be on your side, right? Who do you want those people to be in your life? And also, don't be surprised that if in the month of February you can have some friends pop out of the blue for you, or you get invited to certain things, or certain activistic opportunities will arise. So yeah, be mindful of that too. But before you make any decision, really check in with yourself, how you feel, and also that would be the first step. And the second step would be check in with your logic, with your rational mind. Does this make sense? Is this in your best interest? If both of them align, then you have the green light. If they don't, well, dig deeper, see where the disconnect is, and take it from there. So that's it for the astrological portion of the reading. And let me get into the tarot part of the reading. So I'm going to do 2 rows like I normally do. One for the first part of the month, the other for the second part of the month. And I'll pull one oracle card. So, Taurus, let's see. The Chariot reversed. So yeah, don't rush into anything. Just, you're gonna have a pull. You're definitely gonna feel a pull between left, right, forward, back. Like there's gonna be this like push and pull, tag, and of where you want to go. Are your dreams is where you want it to be? Yeah. So you have all of the cards in reverse except for the Sun. So what this tells me is that for the month of February, this is really going to be a time to step back, Taurus. Just step back. Don't really rush into anything. Just step back. Just really take your time. So starting with the Chariot in reversed, with the Queen of Cups in reverse, this is you. And now we're already in the shadow period of the retrograde, which starts February 2nd, which this is the day I'm filming this. So if words don't come out right, please excuse me. But back to you, Taurus. So the Chariot in reverse with the Queen of Cups in reversed. Well, this tells me is that you don't feel as connected with what you're doing, either with your work or with plans that you've started back a couple of months ago. It just, something feels off, something feels disconnected, something doesn't feel right, something doesn't sit right. And the other thing too I can see with this is because, you know, with the Chariot is the duality of things, back, like dark and light, forward, back. In conjunction with the Queen of Cups in reverse, it's more about either you or somebody else in your life is really kind of being really moody and not being decisive of what they want and not really telling you how they feel. So this is where I think this is like, not, you don't see any movement forward. And if this is a relationship, then just expect that for the month of February there's not going to be much movement. So it's really going to be up to you to either pull on this person and really ask the questions and really kind of draw them out of their shell a little bit, or for you kind of a little bit like take a step back and let them be and let them breathe, give them the space that they need. But in any case, there's going to be a little bit of a little moodiness from other people you're going to feel. Also, take care of your car. Take care of your transportation mode. Either you're gonna miss a train, miss a flight, or something like that, or out of the blue you pop a tire. So really be ready. Be ready in the first part of the month for any of those situations. So plan ahead. Give yourself some time. Then we have at the end of the first part of the month, so like 15th through the 20th, we have the sun. Well, this really makes me happy to see the sun, because the sun really makes us feel happy. So after a few weeks of kind of like not knowing where you stand, not knowing how this is going, where this is going, and I think this is a relationship based and also like something that's really dear to you that you've started a long time ago, and you wanted to see some progress, you wanted to see some movement, but because it's not just you in this, it's not really all up to you, so a lot of it depends on other people. But in the between the 15th and the 20th, you will see some movement forward, and you're gonna have a little bit of a reason to be happy about. And I think that has to do with that retrograde in the 11th house. I think for some of you, there's gonna be either relationships from the past that will pop up, or you'll get invited by a friend that you haven't spoken to in years, and they're like, hey, I'm having a party, do you want to come over? Or getting a text message from somebody that you haven't seen in months, and they'll be like, oh, I'm free this weekend, or I'm going to be in town this weekend, do you want to come get together? And I really get a sense that that's what will happen. And this is you kind of like take a little breather from all of that heavy energy in the beginning of the month. Now going in the second part of the month, you have two wands. You have the 8 of Wands, 6 of Wands, and reversed, coupled with the 9 of Cups in reversed. Well, so this is really kind of goes back to the beginning of the month, where it's like, take a step back, assess what you really want. Is this really worth it? You know, because if it's not worth it, you know, it's going to take a lot of effort on your part to make it work. So you really want to make sure that this is what you want. Really make sure. And expect some delays. There will definitely be some delays with the 8 of Wands, and Aries got the same thing, and I'm not surprised. Again, Mercury retrograde that will happen will delay things, will delay communication, will delay plans, will delay any movement forward. It's really a time to reassess, reevaluate. So this is the perfect time for you, Taurus, to do just that. And again, with that moon square Mercury at some point, like middle of the month, during some of that part of the retrograde, and you're really going to feel that tag and pull between what you want and what others want, how you want to go about things and how they want to go about things. So if you feel like this is worth it for you, be it with your job, be it with your career, your home, your relationships, but I think this is really about relationships for you this month. Partnerships, friendships, contracts, and love relationships. It's really for you a time to really reassess, is this really what you want? And if so, how do you move forward, and how can you be that support system, and how that those people that you care about can be the support system for you to move forward, and to move forward into the same direction and not be pulled into million of directions. Okay, so but don't give up, because with the Six of Wands here, it's like, it's gonna be, for some of you, you're gonna be really tempted to give up and just kind of like, oh, I'm done, I can't do this. But really, if this is really, you think if you can't, it's not worth it anymore, sure, great, do it. Cut your losses. But if you think that there's some piece of you that is ready to fight and ready to move forward and ready to put in the effort and be patient, then stick it out, because after Mercury retrograde ends March 9th, well, about, I would say, even like maybe a week afterwards, you will see things lighten up a little bit and ease up. So I would say don't really make any decisions just yet, but really take evaluate, like really take in how you feel and how others make you feel this month, and really look at it objectively. Don't just go by how you feel, because how we feel and what we would think is going to be in contrast this month, because of the retrograde and because of the aspect between the moon and Mercury. But let me pull one oracle card for you, Taurus, and see what is the other message for you for this month. Okay, so here and now. So I think for me, this is really be present. Like I said, really take in how you feel. Look at your body. And because Taurus is, you're really, this thing I like about you, very sensual, but you're able to do that because you're really in touch with your body and how you feel, and how certain things outside of yourself make you feel within your body. So here and now, it's really asking you to be present in the moment, present with people, and not just overreact to certain things, and not just like in the spur of the moment, like if somebody said something, and trust me, people will, because it's Mercury retrograde, there will be miscommunications, misunderstandings, moodiness, a lot of moody people, because it's Mercury's in Pisces. So just be present and really take in the information through your senses, and see what information you get from that. And if you're torn and don't know what to do, really pay attention to your body sensation. How did you feel in that moment? Just cut out every logic, every emotional aspect attached to the situation, and just really pay attention. How did you feel in your body? That will tell you the answer that you need to know. Okay, so Taurus, I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you have a really good month. I hope you have some really awesome meetings with some old friends, and have fun and really discover some really new things about you and your body pleasures, that it will be really exciting and be really reinvigorating for you and going forward into spring. So that's it for now. I will see you in March. Bye.